Is there any sort of climb?
Say again,
Like any
Alvaro.
sort of, is there any sort of climb?
Yeah, well, there's a little climb. Yeah, it's very small climb. It's a little rise.
By the end of the lap, right?
Yeah, it's about 9k, but it'll also be on the lead-in.
Okay.
So you're gonna get a climb. You're gonna get a climb at about 3.5k.
Steve's backing.
I can hear you. You're a bit crackly, Steve.
15 seconds.
Start spinning up. No, keep pedaling. Get pedaling now. Get pedaling now. Be pedaling now. You all need to be up to speed, right? As soon as we get out of the pen, you're gonna have to group up as quickly as possible. The aim of the game here will be to group up and get as tight as quickly as possible.
Here we go.
Good work, guys. Right, group up quickly as you can. Beautiful. Tommy, bit of a push there. Yeah, great. Okay, as soon as you go over the line, Chris, take us away, please. 1 minute. Beautiful start, guys. Really good. Right, 4.5 on the front. Let's go.
Can't see anyone. I think I'm ahead of you, Anna.
You're in the pack at the minute, Pete. You're perfect. Just keep pedaling and it should come to life, hopefully. Close that gap behind Chris as well, guys. Make sure there's no gaps behind him. Looking good at the minute. I'll tell you if you're out of the draft at the minute, Pete, but you're good. Okay, looking good. And so we're going to have Patrick coming on in 30 seconds. Looking great. That's a good start. You see anybody yet, Pete?
All good.
Okay, perfect. Okay, 10 seconds. Nice, smooth. Great work. Good job. Nice pull that was, Chris. Perfect way to start us off. Okay, really good work. Steve's coming on in 45 seconds at 2 minutes. That's it, keep it tight here, guys, really tight. Beautiful. Okay, looking good. 15 seconds. Yeah, Steve's already in position. Good work. Okay, 10-second comms here. 10. Perfect person to be coming on right now is Steve, as well as we hit this little descent. Ideal. Good stuff. Looking great. Yeah, get Steve's wheel there. Nice pull here, Steve. It's just exactly what we need. Okay, and Pete's coming on at 3 minutes.
Even comes brown socks.
Beautiful, guys. This is perfectly executed so far. Okay, great work. 10 seconds, Pete. Nice job, Steve. That was a great pull. Okay, over to you, please, Pete.
Just lost everyone.
Okay, just keep pedaling. We can see you. You're all good at the minute.
Yeah,
Hopefully it'll come back.
it has.
Cool, cool. Okay, grab Pete's wheel there, guys. Probably just Zwift weirdness. Mob up as quick as you can. Tighten the gap. Let Steve get a bit of recovery as well. Work around him, Alvaro. Move up. Steve's just pulled, so let him get a bit of recovery. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, fantastic. Well recovered there, guys. Okay, good job. Tommy's coming on in 15 seconds. 10. Okay, great work. Okay, try and get a little bit of recovery at the back there, Pete, if you can. Ease up a tiny bit, and then put a little bit of power down. Okay, looking good. And Alvaro's coming on at 5 minutes. You're going to have this little rise coming up very shortly. Don't worry too much about it. Just mob together. You'll all have to put in a little bit of a push. Probably try and push up here at 4.5 if you can. Alvaro comes to the front as he's coming on in now anyway. And then just all try and push up it. I know it's a bit of a push, but this is basically the only real difficulty of the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm doing like almost 5, and I just can't come around.
It's all good, don't worry, just keep pushing up it. As long as everybody's pushing up it, you're okay, Alvaro. All good. Won't expect you to necessarily come to the front now when everyone's mobbing up it. You're all good. Okay, flattens out now. Really good job. Alvaro, if you can hold it till 6, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Get on his wheel, guys. Close those gaps. It's beautiful. This is it. Fantastic. Okay, Chris coming on in 20 seconds. Chris, over to you. Great pull, Alvaro. Okay, and Patrick's coming on at 7. Steve's coming on at 8. Pete's coming on at 9. Tommy's coming on at 10. Alvaro's coming on at 11. Plenty of time for your next pull though. Unless you are Patrick. Chris, keep that pace high. Beautiful work.
Moving up.
Five seconds, Patrick. Okay, come around, Chris. Close that wheel to Patrick. Chris, get a bit of recovery at the back. That's it. Use the power of the draft to help each other. There we go. Fantastic. Close that gap to Patrick a little bit if you can. Don't ease up, Patrick. Keep going. Keep the power up. Let them come to you. You're the pace man. You've got to keep ticking over at 4.5. If they drop back, they've got to push up a little bit to you. As long as you're not going over pace, which you are not. You're doing beautifully. It's difficult there when Chris eased up. Obviously, the gap opened up a little bit. It's tricky to prevent them sometimes. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Everyone's doing a fantastic job though. Really, really good. This is perfect so far. Picture perfect. Okay, Steve.
That was a nice take.
Yeah, very smooth.
Patrick went through.
He's gone.
Okay, Steve disappeared. Okay, he's back.
There he is. What's that, Steve? Steve gone, did you say?
So who's closing the wheel?
Yeah, close. Push up to Steve.
Great call, Patrick.
Oh, my screen's just totally disappeared. I can't see what's going on.
Yeah.
Hang on. Okay, don't worry about Steve then. Right, keep pushing up. So instead of Steve, we've got who's next?
He's in and out.
Pete, please. Pete, take the front. Yeah, no time for hesitation here, guys. Sorry, just gonna have to keep going. Just adjust and adapt. Yeah, I don't see it. I was watching
Can't
Steve,
see
and then I
Steve.
got kicked out, so I think he's gone. I think he's gone.
Oh,
So don't worry about it. We just got to keep going now. So it's going to be
Hey.
Tommy on after this. So Tommy's coming on at 10, and then we've got Alvaro coming on at 11. You're gonna have to work extra hard now, guys.
Yeah, there was no draft already.
Really close.
So,
Steve's
I
back
think
in
I'm
the
going
draft.
on at
Steve's
10.
back. Steve's back in the draft. He's back. He's back. Just keep hitting the draft for now. Yeah, Alvaro, you're coming on at 11. Tommy's coming on. Tommy's on at 10.
Okay.
Hey, I told you, didn't I, boys? When all the heat of the battle's going on, you don't want to think about anything. Just follow my words. I'll do the thinking for you. I can't. If I was you, I can't even see the colour of the socks at this point. 10 seconds, and then Tommy. Yeah, Tommy, please. Steve's in the draft. I can see him at the minute, so all good. Okay, Tommy on now till 11, and then Alvaro, please. Keep it 4.5 plus on the
If
front
you're
if you
good
can,
into
guys, and
finishing,
then make sure that you're
if you
closing the
hover
gap to
around
the
the back,
guy that's on
you
the
can
front.
hover around the back at 3.0.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, I only see 5. 1, 2, 3.
I've
No,
got
I've got
6.
6. I've got 6 now. Yeah, we're good. We're okay. Okay, Alvaro, 10 seconds, please. If weirdness happens, guys, and people get kicked out, we'll just have to deal with it. Yeah, it just is what
I'm
it is.
starting my ball now, but
Go with it.
Alvaro.
All good, Alvaro, coming on now, please. Thank you. Beautiful. And then it's going to be Chris at 12, Patrick at 13, Steve at 14. Close that gap. That's it. Beautiful.
Yeah, fun that.
I know it's tough. This is where you make your time, guys. This is where you make your time. Beautiful. Great work, Chris. That was really good. Hold it, closing the gap there. Excellent job. 10 seconds, and then Chris, if you're good. Okay, good job, Alvaro. Ease up a little bit there. Let Chris come to the front. Beautiful. Great job. Okay, then Patrick at 13, Steve at 14. Oh, not let that gap open up much. Let's close it. This is where we got to be smooth. Yeah, beautiful. Good job, Patrick. This is great. Really good pull, Chris, especially with that catch pulling up to first wheel on the last one. 10 seconds more and you're done. Patrick, get ready. Great job, Chris. Get a bit of recovery. Excellent work. Keep closing that gap. Don't let that gap open up anymore. Work hard. You can slingshot each other through to it in second and third wheel. Great job. Nice one there, Steve and Pete. Beautiful. That's the experience coming through. Okay, 10 seconds. And then Steve, please. Okay, then it's going to be Pete at 15, Tommy at 16, Alvaro at 17. Close that gap. Don't let it open. Good job. Nice one, Chris. No, it's okay. Yeah. We're going to make sure everybody's doing their bit. But the stronger riders have come to the Forte here, and you are one of the strongest, and you're definitely the most experienced at TTT. So that's where your experience comes in real handy.
Instead of cap close on, the gaps undo turns.
Yeah, the key is to try and not let them open, and then we don't have to close them. I know it's difficult. They did a great job.
Yeah, sorry, just I can't keep doing that though. I'll keep doing as much as I can, but try follow your wheels.
Pete, please, coming on now. Hey, whoever's behind Pete, so Tommy, try and close the gap as Pete comes into the front. Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Yeah.
Cool. There we go. Keep that pace nice and high in the front, above 4.5 as well, guys. We've got to keep it real strong.
Nice pull. Good work, Steve. Yeah, Pete, trust that draft. Get the recovery in.
Great work, Pete. Only a couple more seconds. Tommy, then you're on. Yeah, come on now, and then close the wheel behind him if you can, Alvaro.
Yeah.
That's it, boys. Great work. 4.5 on the front there. Bump it up. Fantastic. Tommy. 10 seconds, and then Alvaro, you're up. And then it's going to be Chris. So if Chris, you try and slot in behind Alvaro when he goes on. Beautiful. Good work, Alvaro. Strong pull. Chris, you're on in 15. Right, just go around them. Look there. They're at a snail's pace. You've blown straight through them. Okay, great work, Alvaro. Chris, on please, and then Patrick, if you can try and pull in behind him. Well, that gap opens up. Good job, perfect. That's it.
Come on, Alvaro, dig in.
Can't don't let that gap open up, Alvaro.
No, I'm good, I'm good. All right.
Good work, good work. Okay, and it's going to be Patrick coming on in 30 seconds. Don't let that gap open up too far, guys. Work together to slingshot. Whoever's in, if whoever's in second wheel is struggling a little bit, come round them a little bit. Use that slingshot draft effect. All mob up together. Work together. Good work, Patrick. Good work. I know it's difficult if you've got to go in second wheel and then you've got to pull. So if people are, there and you're thereabouts, just sort of slingshot past them. Beautiful. Look at that line. Okay, Patrick coming on now. Great job, Steve's exactly where he needs to be in position. Fantastic. Great pull there, Chris. Okay, slot onto the back. Look at that, like a pro. That was textbook. Okay, Steve's coming on at 20. Pete's coming on at 21. Tommy at 22. You guys, you're well over halfway now. Well over. Flying, doing really well. Get a little bit of recovery where you can on the downhill and the draft. I know it's not a lot. Okay, great work. Steve's coming on now. Beautiful. And you're going to have to dig here, guys. You're going to have to push. This is the bit where you're all going to have to push up it, guys. So it's almost like going to be a pull for everybody. 4.5 everybody up here. This is where we're going to make it or break our TTT. So you're going to all push. I know it's like a pull for everyone.
I think it's a bit of a drag up now.
Toughest on Patrick this is because he's just pulled, but he's the strongest, so he can hack it. You're all feeling it. Great work. You're nearly there now. You've done the hard part of this climb already. Beautiful, fantastic grouping. A little bit more of a push if you can, guys. Bit more.
Lost everyone.
Okay, keep going, keep going. Yeah, just keep pushing up here, guys. Everybody needs to be doing 4.5. Nobody on the front at the minute. Just keep pushing to you at the top of this, then we'll figure it out. We can still see you in the group, Pete, so you're all good. Yeah, a bit more if you can, guys. I know I'm asking a lot. Just a bit more of the pace. Very near the top. Look at it, you can see it. Great work, everybody. Okay, anybody feeling like they've got a pull in them?
Yeah, pull.
Okay, go Alvaro. Great work. Over to the front now. You can take 30 seconds on this descent if you can. Keep the pace up high on this descent as well. Great work. Keep it tight there, guys, before we get the maximum recovery on the draft. Beautiful. That was really good effort. Really tough. I know it is. Did really well. Everybody kept really well together.
What the fuck?
Great work. Yeah, it's just the pace of everyone, Alvaro. Don't worry, you'll naturally come back on the front if you hold your pace. It's just the fact you've got people like Steve. You know, you've got basically 350 kilos of guy coming towards you there with everybody in combo. They're gonna slingshot past you unless you're doing like 15 watts per kilo. Okay, great work. Can you hold it till 23, Alvaro?
Yeah.
Okay, great
I'll do
work.
my best.
So you hold it till 23, and then we're going to have Chris. Are you okay to take over? I know we've gone a little bit out of order. I'm going to the stronger riders. Do you want to skip it? Yeah. If we can, that'd be perfect. Okay, 10 seconds. Monster follow. Great work.
Go in order. Yeah, I'm saying keep the order we've got Alvaro and me.
Okay, Chris. That's it. Now, if you're feeling it, guys, if you want to up the pace a little bit on the pulls on the front, you can. I know people probably don't, but if you want to, we were at that point now. So the reason I say we have to wait till the second lap is because I know everyone's tired by the second lap. If I tell you can go hard on the first lap, and you all do, and then you'll cook by a second. I know if you're going hard now, you're feeling really good. But I'm not expecting anything more than what you've been doing. Just keep up what you've been doing. People keep disappearing in and out on my screen, but
I'm back.
I think we're just going to have to deal with it, guys. Yeah. Okay, 10 seconds, please, then, Patrick.
I've lost the front on the downhill. Too late.
Keep that pace nice and high in the front. 4.5. You're going to hear me say that a lot the next 15 minutes or so. Okay, great work. And then Steve's going to be coming on at 25. Great ball, Patrick. Hey, 10 seconds. Sleeves up. Beautiful. Great ball, Patrick. Okay, Steve on now, and then Pete's coming on at 26. Tommy's coming on at 27. It's all good. He's doing 2.2 here in the draft. Loving life. Can't ask for more than that. It's ETT. That's like a holiday. Okay, yep, no problem, Pete. You're much better. You're so strong just sat in the group that if you just want to just skip pulls down to the end and just sit holding the gaps in the group, you do that. Okay, then we move on to Tommy, please, at 26, if you can.
Yep.
Okay, close that gap behind, if you can, please, Alvaro, as Tommy comes up.
Yeah.
Great work.
So am I next at 27?
Yes, please, Alvaro. Yep, you're at 27. Chris is at 28.
Cool.
That's it, Tommy. Nice, and keep that pace nice and high. Not long left now, guys. You're talking 10 minutes sort of territory. Already, you've broken the back of this.
Coming up.
Coming on.
Great work. Good pull, Tommy. Look, you're coming through this group. These people like hot knife through butter. Yeah, good job. Nice. Well done closing second wheel there, Chris. Yeah. 10 seconds then Chris. Good work Alvaro, nice pull. And then Patrick's coming on at 29. Steve 30. Patrick coming on in 15 seconds. Close that gap there if you can around Pete Alvaro. Great job, good job there Alvaro. Well done, Pete, digging in. Beautiful. Okay, Patrick on, please. And then Steve's coming on at 30. Tommy, 31. I know we're going deep now, guys. We're going deep, but this is where we need to go, and there's not long left. You've done the hard work. You're staying a really good time. Just got to dig in there. Every kilometre more gets us closer to that finish. There's less than 10 minutes left now. Great work, Steve, coming on in 10. Great work. Tommy, if you can make sure you close that gap into second wheel. Beautiful. Fantastic. Okay, Tommy's coming on at 31. Alvaro, 32. And we're going to have to mob up the climb as hard as we can, guys. If that means you want to skip a pull in advance of the climb, shout it. Okay, good work, Steve. Tommy coming on in 10. Pace high, Tommy. Above 4.5. I know it's tough. I know we're going real deep here. This is where heroes are made. Fantastic ball. 10 seconds. Alvaro coming on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great ball, Tommy. Okay, Chris coming on at 33. Close that gap into second wheel if you can, Chris. Less than 5k left now, guys. We're in the 12.5% range. You've done 87.5% of this job. It's nearly done. Dig in, push hard. It'll be over in the next 5 minutes. Okay, great work, Chris, on the front now. Keep that pace high, Chris. We're going to need your experience here, keeping that pace nice and high. Good job closing the wheel there, Tommy. Fantastic pull, Chris. This is exceptional. 10 seconds. Patrick coming on. Great work here, boys. Go on, this is it. Great work, great work. Where's that gap to Patrick? Steve, close second wheel. Beautiful. Well done, Tommy. This is it, this is teamwork.
Not sure I've got another pull in me.
That's okay, don't worry then. Don't worry. Who's pulling now? It's Patrick, isn't it? Right, so we're going to go to Steve next. At 35. And guys, we're at the range now. There ain't many pulls left. For anybody. There's maybe 3 pulls left on the table. Steve taking the next one. Alvaro, you're taking the one after that at 36.
Okay.
Big push here, boys. $3K left. Come on, you got this. It's going to be over before you know it. Especially with this little descent. Fantastic job that was. Right, everything you got here, boy. Is it anything left on the table? Your Tommies, your Petes. Don't worry about pulling. Just go as hard as you can up here, and if you drop, you drop. There's not long left. There's 2.5K, so we can afford to lose a rider or two here. Everything you got up here, minimum of 4.5. This is it, boys. And then it's basically done. We're going to be done in the next 3.5 minutes tops. Come on, everything you've got, Snow. You've smashed this tonight. One last big push. Yes, come on, boys. You're flying up here. Yes, let's go, let's go. Keep this pace. This is more than enough. That's it. Let Patrick Alvaro sit there at the front. Close the wheels just behind him. Tommy, beautiful.
I'm coming up, Patrick.
Beautiful. Great job there, Patrick. That was real good. On,
What's the gap, Tommy?
Keep it tight. It looks good. It looks good. We're going to need, if whoever's there in fifth wheel, if you can push, if you can get 2 of you in, 1 of you in there, Steve and Pete, if you can push a little bit, getting over the top of this.
I'm struggling.
It's okay. Give it everything you got. If you're not in, you're not in. We need 4 of you though. Those 4 of you got to go. We need at least 4 of you. Great work, boys. Fantastic push that was. Exceptional. Great work. You get a little bit of a micro recovery here. Alvaro, keep pushing. You don't. No recovery for you. Your recovery is going to come in a minute at the end. We're talking 1.5K left here, guys. This is it. With the recovery, you're going to just get a big push at the end there, about 1K of madness, and we'll be done. Fantastic work. Anybody got anything left here? Come around, Alvaro. Take over for him. Come on, Tommy. You got this, guys. You can smell the finish. Who's got something on the front? Who's got 4.5 for me? Come on. Let's go. Come on, Patrick. Yes, this is it. That's it. Keep it as high as you can. Patrick, you're going to have to take us here to the finish unless anybody can come around you.
Come on.
Great work, guys. Here it is, the home stretch. You can see it, 300 metres of hell. Keep it tight. Good work, Chris. Come on, I need 4 of you, tight as you can. Everything you got, this is your sprint finish. Come on, we've done this on the sprint series.
Come on.
Come on, Ali, push. Come on, boys. Come on, 200 metres. You got this. Everything you got, empty the tank. Here we go. There it is. Come on. Great job. Fantastic effort there, boys. That was really, really good. Nobody put a foot out of place there. That was one of the best TTTs I've seen. That was fantastic. Really good job. You couldn't have gone any harder there.
You're telling me.
Jesus.
That was great. I could see everybody was giving their absolute all to close those gaps and just get around people and help them out and do what they could for their teammates. That was really good to watch.
Oh, it was so hard getting any draft.
It's tough, isn't it? With those new bikes, it's difficult. You have to be really acutely aware of positioning. So when I'm shouting at you guys to not let the gaps open and all the rest of it, it's because you could see it a couple of times when we had people on the front and then the gap opened up as somebody came on. It's so hard to close it in these new bikes. It's just crazy. So it's just you have to use that energy to let them, even though it's tough to move in and let them go. But the second we had a couple of gaps open in that first lap. That second lap was fantastic. There was no gaps at all. Everybody was coming through and closing the wheels before the gaps opened. It was really, really good.
Oh man, cheers, guys. That took everything to hang on to you. Sorry, I couldn't do more pulls.
You're doing a lot more work in terms of positioning, Pete. So you're sat there in closing the wheels a lot more. So you might feel like you're not doing any work by pulling, but if you'd have dropped there, it would have been so much harder for everybody else to close the gaps, and they would have had less recovery. So it's really crucial to keep you in.
Oh, cheers. Right, brilliant. I mean, hurt like hell, but yeah.
I'm sorry for this. I surge and then push someone else in the where there's no draft.
Yeah.
And it's super easy. If you end up on the one of the either side, you get zero draft. I wasted so much energy on that.
Oh dear.
4.0, but my legs are they are done.
We're gonna have to wait and see. Guys, on the results. But I've only got partial.
Done any more than that?
No, I've only got partial results here, and I don't want to get excited. But the partial results that I'm looking at are way better than anything that I expected. So let's see if those partial results look like they come in as full results, because I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. But if that looks like it does there, then you've all done a much better job than I thought you were possible of. So yeah,
I think the team behind tried to crumbling, didn't they, behind us? I think they was like 35 seconds and then they went out again. So I don't know what the finishing time was for them.
Yeah, I didn't, to be honest. I was keeping a little bit of an eye on it on the team in front of us, but I wasn't really paying too much attention to it because we were literally going as fast as we could. And I knew that, and it wasn't. If I said to you guys, "There's a team 10 seconds up the road," I don't think you had 10 seconds, to be honest, because you were all giving it everything you got. And if we get a great result there, or if we get a bottom 3 result there, I don't think it really matters because everybody gave their absolute all, and that was really smooth and really, really good. So yeah, we'll have a look at the results, but that's secondary to everything else that's happened, I think.
So before the result comes out, what is the great result?
I would have said if you guys had got a podium, that would have been extremely good.
Yeah, I think so.
I would have said so to put this into perspective, I didn't want to get in anybody's head before the race, but I had a look at the results from last season in the TTT for both Joke and Chance, and the TTT that Chance did in B2 last season, if we'd done that TTT in B1, we'd have been 10th out of 15. Wow. And Joke would have been last in B2, 15 out of 15. You didn't come 10th today, I don't think. We'll put it like that.
I think I think top 5 is really good and top 3 is exceptional.
Yeah. Look, we'll see what happens in the results. But regardless of what happens, if you get, we can be really pleased with whatever happens because those numbers were really good and we couldn't have asked for any more. Everybody went as deep as they could. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. No matter. Yeah, it was really, really good. And when the gaps opened up, people were able to come around. Yeah, it was, and that's it's easier said than done. When I'm there going, yeah, go on, Tommy, just move up into second wheel. Like it's like, it just you make it, and I'm doing my best to make it sound easy because it's all it's all partly psychological as well, isn't it? You know, if I'm there going, you can definitely do this, Tommy, then you're going, yeah, I can do this. If I'm there going, oh, you're not going to be able to close that gap into second wheel, are you, Tommy? Then like all of a sudden you're going to go, no, of course I can't. So it's, you want to be cheery about it, and I know I'm making it sound lighter than it is, but you guys made that look easy, even though it's extremely difficult. So yeah, it was really, really good.
What do you think, Jake? Thanks.
The last 5 minutes, man, that was painful.
Yeah, and that's where you use the spread of riders and you see who's feeling good. So like, you and Patrick were doing. I knew if I was going to have to lean on anybody to do some big pulls in the last few K there, it was you two. And that's when you use the spread of riders you've got, isn't it? So everybody went as deep as they could. We squeezed every last watt out of every rider there. I think that was as good a wattage as we could have got out of everybody. So yeah.
I think the water is very important, but I think that there is a lot of skill too in the TTT.
TTT it's mainly mental. It's mainly mental.
I know, but I mean, skill in the way that the way you change pulls and the way the guy who's going to take the pull has to be in second wheel and all that. Like it's an art.
It takes that. It saps the legs until you've done it a few times. It's difficult. Once you've done it a few times, your body kind of adapts. But when we're going, just close the wheel, be in second position. It isn't even. It's not that easy. It's just. But once you've done it a few times, your body gets used to it.
If you're not.
Yeah.
Because if you come from the back of the group, if you're at the back of the group.
The other good thing is if you move up to the second wheel, then you'll know you're
it's difficult to come from the back of the group to the front and then not surge. You end up having, because obviously it's quite a bit of a distance from the back to the front, and then to try, you're like, oh, I've got to come on, I'm coming on in 10 seconds, so I better move up quick, and then you just sort of surge to the front.
You overshoot, I do all the time.
It's really easily done, and that's the beauty of it. It's experience. Like me and Chris have done over 200 TTTs between us on Zwift. So like we've got plenty. I've done over 100. I'm sure you've done similar, haven't you? You've done near enough. If you haven't done quite over, you've done near enough. I've definitely done 100 because I counted them not that long ago.
Really?
And it comes with like I'm really calm with TTT now. Like I'm just calm with it. Like I know, like I'll close the gaps, and I know that what happens. If a gap opens, I'll close it. Blah blah blah. But that's come with experience of doing it again and again and again. And so we don't do it in snow very often, and so it's difficult to ask you guys to come in and do it on TTT and keep calm and keep smooth and do it all right. But tonight that went as good as it could have gone, I think.
Yeah, racing's stressful.
Yeah, what I find difficult is when I am second. So let's say I'm going to start my pull. I find it hard to stay close to the front. So then I have to surge and just go too fast, I think, when I start my pull.
I found that if you get to the second wheel too early, you end up dropping back again and then having to sort of...
What was that, Chris?
Alvaro, I was following you.
Do you think that I was doing that? Like, I was searching too much, right?
I was going to say I recorded it. I was following your wheels, so you get a good view of what you were doing.
I don't know. It felt great.
No, I don't think you were searching too much. I think you were moving backwards and forwards.
Okay, I've got some results, I think. So they have changed, and they are.
I might rewatch it and change my mind.
Preview. So it looks like we got 7th, but I'm still happy with that. I still think 7th's pretty decent.
Solid, isn't it?
We're up against. If we haven't done any practice on TTTs,
Yeah, that's the thing.
you can't expect miracles. And I think we haven't.
No practice.
Well, this is the first time this team's done a TTT together, the 6 of you as well. So, you're not gonna set the fastest. The teams that have set the fastest times here have been in V1 for a year and a half, 2 years, and have done this again and again and again with the same riders, so they know exactly what they're doing. This is our first one in this division, and it's the first one with this set of 6 riders. So we were about 50.
Jake, what's the goal for this season? This round 2, is that all right? Is it sort of mid-table, establish ourselves, is it? Or
I think so, mate. Yeah, I don't think there's any need to be killing ourselves trying to fight for the podium or the title when there's not necessarily anything on offer this season. It's supposed to be an aggregate of all 3 seasons, apparently, so the more points we can pick up, the better. But I think the aim is to try and be in the top 2 or 3 at the end of next season. And if they do it the way and there's no guarantee they're going to do this, but if they do it the way they did the last few seasons, if you're in the top 2 teams of your division, B1 or whatever, all the other B1s from the other regions go into a playoff at the end, and then so it's like the top 2 B1s from each region go in, so you're facing off against like 4 other regions or whatever, and then you fight for the right to be the best B1 team or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So theoretically, there's that on offer. So that 3rd season's a bit more important, but looking at the profile of this season with the 2 TTTs, I think we have to be realistic that we're probably not going to be fighting for the title anyway. So yeah, establish ourselves, get used to the level of competition that you're up against, and next season we'll hope that there's not 2 TTTs in 6 races, which is a bit grim for a sprint team.
Don't you think?
Sorry, go on.
Sorry. Yeah. Don't you think next race is really suitable for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, every race this season that's not a TTT is great for us. The problem is that there's TTTs for 33% of the races. Like that's a lot of the points are going on TTTs this season. So I do.
Yeah, that's true.
And last week we only got 5th, didn't we? So I think realistically, even if we won the 3 points races that are left, we'd still be we might get the podium there, but we're not going to win the league at this point. So we just try and get used to it. And I want people to not feel super pressured all the time. Like I get when we're going for the title and we're fighting for the win, is a lot of pressure on people, and they, to come in every week, 18 weeks in a row, going, we're fighting for the title. So much pressure. You got to perform. I get it's a lot of stress. So when we can go have a bit of fun, ride for the win, try and get the win. If you don't get the win, it's not the end of the world. That's not a bad thing. And next season we'll definitely be going for the win next season. But yeah, I think that was really good result. I'm just having a look at everybody's power, but I think everybody looked fine. I don't think anybody was overpowered there. Doesn't look like it. No, it doesn't look like it actually. Doesn't look like it. We did beat one team by 2.5 seconds though, which is good. You've got to go, man. I know it's in a TTT. You never know. It could sometimes. I've gone, it's fine. It doesn't matter, and then you lose by half a second, and you're like, I'm sure I had half a second, didn't me?
Yeah. About 2.5 seconds is Pete hanging in there. I reckon that's what it was.
Well, exactly. It's the draft, isn't it? Like, make no mistake. If Pete hadn't been there and he dropped when he said he was feeling, I haven't got any more balls in me. If he dropped at that point, he would have slowed down significantly as a team, without question. So yeah, digging in, giving that last bit of grit, that last push, everything, it makes a big difference. Excellent. There was another team. There was a team that was.
Are they? I mean, I guess 30 seconds is quite a lot on a 40-minute TTT. But,
Yeah, it is. So the teams around us. So the team that won, we were 53 seconds behind them, but they were 18 seconds faster than anybody else, and it looks like we were about 30 seconds off the podium. So that's not the end of the world, and I think drilling it a little bit more with the right TTT course, we could we could potentially get a podium. Yeah, just have to. So compared to the teams around you,
What were our splits like? Were we slower
Yeah,
in the
I
second
mean-
half or faster?
looking at it,
You know, you got your free
it's
split.
weird because the teams around us, we all did
I'm
similar,
guessing we were probably slightly slower.
Yeah, so the team that won, so we were actually we were the slowest team on the first split out of everybody.
First split.
So we really picked it up the second half. We really picked it up the second half. But so yeah, the first split, we were the only team to do it in over 8 minutes. Everybody else
And
did
we
it in
went out-
under 8
we went
minutes,
out
and we did
quite-
it in 8
quite
minutes
hard as
5.
well.
And the team that was in first place was 20 seconds quicker than that after 8 minutes. So we only lost 30 seconds to them over the next 32 minutes, if that makes sense. Yeah. Well, everybody. So it looks like everybody. So we really pulled it in. So again, if you look at the second split,
We were, obviously
we
a
were
bit more
actually the
consistent,
slowest on the
whereas they
second
went out
split
hard and
as well.
started to blow.
So we were the slowest on the second split, and then by the time we got to the third split, we still looked pretty slow compared to the teams around us. So you must have just really turned it on in the last little bit, and that's where the other teams. But I know it seems weird, but if the teams have mismanaged their pace, they've mismanaged their energy, or they've dropped a rider, or there's gaps, that last 10 minutes is where it all goes to shit. So that's where your efficiency of having done it all right and keeping together in the last 10 minutes. To keep it together as a six for that last 10 minutes and all pushing hard made a tremendous difference, and it looks like not many other teams were able to do that, and that's where you pulled all the time back. So you actually came up from what looks like about 13th place after 28 minutes to 7th place by the time we hit 39 minutes. Incredible. So you pulled up.
Wow.
You pulled up 7
Close to go, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not that. It's that you pay. That's how you pace it properly, isn't it? So what we could have done is we could have gone harder in the first 3
So we dug in at the end, nowhere else.
but we would have been good. Yeah, look,
No,
the way I
joking.
try
I'm
and
joking.
pace those TTTs, and that would have been, if we'd come last
Yeah,
there, that would have
yeah.
been on me for pacing it the way we paced it. But I'd rather
You
pace
need
it
to
slightly
go
easier
steady,
in the
steady,
first
and then
one,
hard at the
and
end.
make sure you're all there, and giving us the advantage in the second half. And then if people have got anything left to push, your Alvaros and your Patricks or whatever, who are near the A category, then they can do that. But just having 6 of you all there pushing together is where the other teams are going to fall apart.
I was going to say, if we dropped a couple of riders and then we were doing more turns, like rotating 4, and then it would have been a case of, well, 1 minute pulls would have been more like 30-second pulls with maybe.
Yeah, and it
30
comes to
seconds at
fruition. You
half
can see that draft.
That's a problem. So keeping the 6.
It is, but yeah,
and the
but
turns
they're
going
not
nice.
as well drilled as us, and like we've said it before, like, you know, timing beats
But it looks like
speed,
there's some
precision
seriously
beats
powerful
power.
riders in our league.
You got to do it right, haven't you? So TTTs aren't necessarily our thing, aren't complete idiots at them, and we can manage them better than some other teams. So yeah, this is what all good people, all good champions do in any sport, isn't it? You get by on the stuff you're not amazing at, and you're good enough at it to be okay, and then you excel at what you're really good at, which for us is sprints. So when we get back to the point stuff, that's where we'll hit them on the counter, and you know. Yeah, look, that was spot on. That was really good.
It was really, really good.
No, not
It
just
was
sprints, but
max effort for me, but yeah,
teamwork as well.
felt really, really good. Really good to ride as a team, isn't it?
Yeah,
I love it.
special. TTCs for sure.
There's nothing
They've
like
got something special.
Yeah, absolutely. TTTs are very much their own special thing. Yeah, you go to when you're in it, you hate it, but the next day or the couple of hours afterwards, I was like, that was great, wasn't it?
I think the worst bit is about like 5 or 10 minutes in when you think, shit, I've got to keep this game for another 30 minutes or so.
You try not to say it. You try not to say it. The key is to not think about the end. Just think about the next pull. Just get the next pull. The pulls are for me, a really good way of distraction because it just keeps giving me something to think about and reset. And all I think about is surviving to the next pull. I do my pull and then I'm like, oh, now I just think about recovering and then surviving until the next pull. And like, it's literally just kind of like quite a weird Zen way of distraction. And then if you're cooked or whatever, you just like, I just hang in for as long as I can. So it's yeah, it's a very special kind of thing. But you definitely type 2 fun.
Also, covering in the draft is a skill too. I think like you can really save energy in the draft if you know how to do it.
Yeah,
it's hard, but
sure.
Any news on Joe?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I just keep saying that you've got to trust it. If you don't trust it, you're going to end up catching yourself too much.
Yeah.
But the fact is, you could sit around at like 2.2 at times on the flat at the back.
I will have a check. What are they called now? They're called something else, aren't they? West.
How did Joe do?
It's called something
Northwest,
else.
I think.
Say that again, Patrick.
Northwest, I believe.
Didn't it used to be called that? Now they've changed it. Isn't it called Central Open or something now? Have they changed it?
I think it was something with West still.
Is it Central West?
North Open. They got 10th out of 15, and it looks like they only had 5 riders. What happened there then? No Mattiston on the results. So either he didn't get in or they dropped him and he quit. I assume. He said he saw it. He said he saw the thing. And the way I understand it, as long as you do it before the start of the race, you're okay. The only way it doesn't work is on a TTT when you have to do it when the race pen opens, but this is different. That's the Thursday. He did it well in advance. We'll have to find out.
I wonder if he missed the start of the pen. No, I mean, I wonder if he.
I mean, he's still in the chat. He's still talking to them on the voice audio.
Because they'll have had a delay, won't they?
Might just not. I hate to say it, but you know what my most likely thinking here is if he got dropped early and he's riding solo to the finish. You're not there yet, are you? Because it hasn't loaded. But even if he hasn't quit, if he's quit, then he's not there. But even if he hasn't quit and he's riding solo and he hasn't finished yet, he might still be on course. Fucking hell, there's a scary thought. Eh?
Yeah, he hasn't finished yet.
You think you guys had a bad TTT when you're suffering? You could still be on course on your own. Can you imagine that? No.
Yeah, true.
That's always what I think when I think I'm about to get dropped in TTT. I think there's 20 minutes left. I'm not riding to them on my own.
Absolutely for 20 minutes. Right. That's my self-motivation technique as well. You're hurting, trying to hang on. Just wait till you drop.
Yeah, you're on your own. It's 10 times slower. Yeah, totally.
All right, boys. I gotta go. It was so much fun. As usual.
You were really
Yeah,
strong.
that's a
You were
layer.
really strong. Good job, mate. Nice
Yeah.
work.
I try my best.
I shall call it a night as well. Go and get some tea. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, great to have you.
Top
Bye,
work,
mate.
Laura.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
good
Catch
to
you
have you.
guys.
Take care, mate.
Bye,
Take
mate.
care.
Thanks, mate.
See you guys.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Super work, guys.
Call the guy in front
Pleasure
and left
riding
the
with
guys
you.
behind.
No, they were. I think they
Go
were 18
jumping,
seconds
Joe.
in front of us, weren't they?
Aye.
Oh, we were last.
Hey, there he is.
We were definitely last.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, we
Team
were.
of 5. Dropouts all over the
Yeah.
place. 5 others. Couldn't manage pools, and that's just me. Oh.
We had some
That's like me. I
feedback
noticed that
out of
the whole
here
race.
as well. He'd just taken the front of his turn.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah, Foster.
no
He
one's
rode
on
the
front.
whole race without us. Finished 20 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
it's funny. It's like he dropped a ghost, but it was like, no, it's not
I was,
right.
my time was 42:07, and it didn't.
Was it?
And it didn't register. They threw me out. They went,
That's a good individual time, Carl Foster.
Oh, he didn't, I didn't send you out
Yeah,
back,
like,
did it?
He's an 8 triple plus
my-
rider now.
Yeah, that was what I was worried about. Having to, switch computers because my other one wasn't connecting. Jeez.
I used to use that one from NASA.
Yeah.
How did you do, Chris?
How many TTs have you done today then? You normally do about 5 or something?
Died.
Yeah. I reckon we'll be last.
We died and then we died again. No, I think we've come about 7th or something. But still going.
To be fair, I had to turn around.
It's hard for both teams. Division up.
I don't think you guys. I really don't think you guys are last. Do you think that?
Yeah, I don't think so. I hope so.
Second to last.
Oh, God,
Second
didn't
to
have
last. I
fish and
was
chips
last.
before that,
It was
did you?
second to last.
What was the fourth rider's time?
3 days and 22 seconds.
Did you have fun though?
It's still good.
Still going. Doing
So
that.
good.
It's you, Foster. Quick. Yeah,
Yeah,
fourth
sorry
rider
about
possibly didn't have a heart rate monitor.
Joe,
Yeah,
Silas,
sorry
have
about
you Silas, have you got a shirt on? Are you going to a job interview?
Me?
It looks like you've got a shirt on.
Who left the door open?
You have got a shirt on.
I haven't got it. What are you talking about?
Oh,
I've not taken.
No, it's the way the collar's going. It looked like that was a shirt, a button-up shirt.
Well, I like to dress smart for time trials. You know that.
Yeah,
I
fair enough.
thought one of the T's stood for tie.
How did you get on, fellas?
We won. We had fun and games.
You didn't win, but you didn't come last. So I'll give you that. That's a good result.
We did.
We had
it was good.
So the same to the chance, guys. Anything not
one
bottom
rider we
was
couldn't
great.
see, one without heart rate.
So yeah, it looks like there's 5 of you in the results. No Andrew. I can see.
Victory.